Yes, I hope you're doing good. You're doing great from whatever corner of the country that you're watching Celeb Corner KE from. So, you people gave me the mandate. You people gave me the go ahead to dig deeper into these Adani deals and the deals that are currently happening in Kenya so that we can really unfold the truth in regards to the companies that are winning tenders in the country. The name of Nick Ruto is the name that we spoke about the last week, where he was directly linked to the firm that is currently representing Adani in the Republic of Kenya. But that was the case. That was the upper cover. That was the cover that was blown for the first time. But right now, some other news are coming in. Now, these news implicate that a company that William Ruto's son, Nick Ruto, is the biggest shareholder, together with the cabinet secretary of environment in the country, the former cabinet secretary of defense, and former Garissa Township member of parliament, Honorable Aden Duale, are the co-shareholders of the said company. The company is among the the three companies that won their 104 billion tender. The 104 billion tender is the tender that was given to Safaricom as an entity so that it will get involved in the digitization of the SHIF, which is the healthy funding model that is coming again to replace the NHIF. Now, allow me to diverge deep into a tweet that was made by our beloved whistleblower Maverick Aoko. Now, Nick Ruto, together with Ruto's personal lawyer Hadel Kawanja, work under one firm called Hamilton Harrison and Matthews law firm, which is a law firm in the country. But they were not so directly implicated, although Adil Kawanja is the current CEO of Safaricom. So he is directly implicated there. But the question was, how does Ruto benefit from this deal? How does Ruto's son benefit directly from this multi-billion deal? Now listen to this, and I want you to pay attention because we are about to deconstruct some very sensitive information in regards to the SHIF deal. Aoko says, first I posted this story on Saturday, but I had to remove it and shelve it because the person accused of leaking it had nothing to do with it. Now that Safaricom itself has confirmed the deal, what the heck? The Minister of Health awarded the digitization of the new Social Health Insurance Fund, SHIF, to Safaricom at a cost of 104 billion. The chairman of Safaricom is Ruto's private lawyer, buddy and confidant billionaire Hadil Kawanja. Safcom has, however, been forced to partner with two other companies. A payroll from Abu Dhabi, which has been brought on board by owner of Bliss and Life Care Jayesh Saini, a non-healthcare billionaire tenderpreneur. His father owns Nairobi West Hospital. All police are threatened at Bliss with referrals to Nairobi West. Now, the other company is Convergence. Now, this is where it gets sweet. The other company, apart from a payroll, which is from Abu Dhabi, at that of Abu Dhabi, the payroll company from Abu Dhabi, I will come to it too. That company is also a shadow company that William Ruto is a partner in it. Should I give you some hint? Because that one I will come with another video of the Pandora papers of Ruto and the wealth that he has stored and hidden in Abu Dhabi, Dubai, and the Middle East countries. And let me ask you a question. Why do you think that President William Ruto never speaks against the Kenyans in Saudi Arabia that die over there? He never speaks about Kenyans that are mistreated in their working environment in Saudi Arabia and the other Middle East countries. It's because Ruto has stored and he has bank accounts with millions in those countries. I shall come back to that. But let's get into Convergence Limited. Convergence Limited is a company that is co-owned by Aden Duale and his partners. One of the partners in this company, the Convergence Limited, is Ruto Nicholas Kipkurgat, the firstborn son to the President of the Republic of Kenya, that is William Ruto, his son Nick Ruto. When the information came the other day, the information was in bits that Nick Ruto is a lawyer in the Hamilton, Harrison, and Matthews law firm that is representing is representing the Adani CEO or Adani Group in the court against the Senate and the Kenyans that are urging that the deal between Adani and the Kenyan JKIA and the SHIF is a rogue deal. That is the info we had. But right now, we are being told that Convergence Limited is a company that President William Ruto's son, Nick Ruto, is the largest shareholder. Listen to this info from Maverick. She says that the other company is Convergence Limited. It's a Kenyan, which used to be under Duale and his friends. But Nick is now the major shareholder. Nick Ruto is now the major shareholder of Convergence Limited. The company was formerly under Aden Duale and his partners. Let me tell you, this company has no history in the Republic of Kenya where it has been awarded high-profile tenders. Another thing, the company Convergence Limited, together with the payroll, in the 104 billion tender that has been given to Safaricom, these two companies, Payroll and Convergence, are getting 90% of the money. 90% of the 104 billion, which means that is equal to 90 billion, goes to Payroll from Abu Dhabi and the Convergence Limited. Safaricom is only getting 10% of the said money, yet Safaricom is the company that will do most work in this deal. Tunaelewana? Which means this deal was not suitable for Safaricom. This deal was forced down the throat of Safaricom company. Now skiza, Auko says the company tukiachia hapo, wanasema last year the company got a 200 million KPA tender and delivered hot air. Aside from David D's wife Rufus Marundu Maina, the other director, is the legal head Africare Group. Africare owns Bliss and Lifecare. Maina's and Saini's office is at Ark Place, Nyangumi Lane, Kilimani. Safaricom is said to have refused the contract but were forced by their chairman Adil Kawanja, who is close friends with Jayesh. Adil's law firm are the transaction advisor and legal supporter to the SHIF project. Remember, this chairman, I have talked about him several times. Mr. Adil is a confidant, a friend, and a personal lawyer and a manager at the Ruto's estate. Tunaelewana? So he knows Safaricom itapataka 10% kao. But hizi kampuni mbili Abu Dhabi, Apiero ya Abu Dhabi na hii ingine Convergence ya Kenya, hizi zitapata 90%. In the 90%, zitagawanya 45%. Tunaelewana? That is 45 billion each of the company. And one of the company is owned by who? Nick Ruto. The other one is father. In a shadow way, he is the director of the Payroll company. Tunaelewana? Together with his lawyer and buddy, that is Adil Kawanja. Safaricom haina say. Tunaelewana? Haina say. Inabidi partner na hizi kampuni under the dictatorial regime that we are in. So when people speak about multinationals that are being created and government turning out to be personal business for somebody, then that is what we are. Let me remind you that yesterday, the UNGA meeting, the United Nations General or whatever in the United States, ilianza. Mind you, the president's daughter, Chalin Chelagat Ruto, has no official capacity under the government of the Republic of Kenya, yet she was ferried to the United States to represent the people and mostly the youth of the people of Kenya. Alafu anaenda kule kuambia watu, kujeni Kenya muone simba zinaogelea. Simba zinaogelea kwenu huko kwa uchawi yenu ndiko zinaogelea. We have never seen nini simba zinaogelea. You know, sijui mnatubebanga dogomodhi aje. Back to the brother. The brother left the scene ya politics in the Republic of Kenya. Bwana Nick Ruto aliacha kujihusisha na active politics za the Republic of Kenya. Mind you, Nick was to run for an office in Eldoret. He was to run for the member of parliament in Eldoret. Alikuwa run for an elective position, which his father knew his chances of winning are very high. Walijua Nick Ruto back in 2022 angerun, angepass, angeshinda tu hiyo kiti, because the father, you know, he won the presidency. And hata kama angeshinda, he would have gotten an elective, a nomination position in the government. But Ruto told him, wacha wewe ukae behind the shadows, manage the business of the family, be the lawyer and the deal broker and the initiator of deals behind the curtains to grow our empire. We jenga empire ya the familia. You know, it's Nick Ruto in the family of William Samoei Ruto and in the Ruto's family. Nick Ruto is the Muhoho Kenyatta of the Kenyatta family. We all know that the success of the Kenyatta family is most of it, about 80% attributed to Uhuru Kenyatta's youngest brother Muhoho Kenyatta. Tunaelewana mpaka hapo? So Muhoho hata deal gani zenye ameivisha huko nje azijulikanangi. Iwe alinitiate deals zipi familia ikapata billions and billions of shillings, he is a shadow in those deals. Yeye ajulikani. That is what Ruto wants to make of his son Nick Ruto. Lakini Wakenya ni akina nani? Wakenya ni wale watu wezi walalisha akili expect watatulia na wakuwe wajinga kiasi hicho. Kenyans, the first thing that happened after the SHIF deal was, the rumor was made public, the Kenya Law Society, the Law Society of Kenya, the LCK, went ahead to reveal the information to the public that Nick Ruto is a lawyer under the Hamilton, Harrison and Matthews law firm, which is a law firm representing Aden group in the country. Iyo ilikuwa first hit yenye tulipata ya kuweza kujua that Ruto is directly linked to easy shenanigans. And let me remind you, right now tuko kwa vita. The deputy president and the president wanapigana. They are fighting and boldly exposing each other to the public, and the defenders of the president have come out with those of the DP also coming out. These people are playing a long con with us, the people of the Republic of Kenya. Let our focus not shift. Niwakumbushe hata Morara aliwaambia leo, focus yetu isibadilishwe. Hawa watu wamejifanya sasa wanapigana. Mind you, I told you, Ruto paid for the interview yenye ilifanywa pale Citizen TV ambapo Gachagua aliingia pale kumblame. That interview was paid by Ruto. Ruto is a genius in this game. If there is somebody that we can give it to him and credit him for being a player and a major player when it comes to the politics of the Republic of Kenya, somebody that sees the future. He knows, mukianza kugundua mambo kama haya, there is no chance for a second for him being re-elected again in this country. Lakini to make this thing seem as if imesaulika, kufunika stori za Adani na hizi deal ambazo kijana yake amepatikana ndani, tuanze vita, make it official. Mimi na Gachagua hatuonani, mimi na Gachagua hatukuli sahani moja, hatuwezi onana. That kind of crap, that is what is going on right now in the country. And a lot of people wameshift noises to Mulima versus Ruto, Mulima versus Kithure Kindiki. Total crap and total nonsense, which are gimmicks that are being played by President William Ruto and his government to try and overshadow the real deal that he is the biggest beneficiary of the Adani group, not the people of the Republic of Kenya, as he tried to tell us that sisi ndio tunafaidika. Let me see what Kenyans are saying baada ya hii exposure kupigwa pale na huko. Namwona Richard Miroka akisema yani Ruto is running this country like we're running his home. That is why they are willing to abduct, torture and murder people to get in power so that they can loot. Oh, foolish hustlers, who bewitched you that it was dynasties versus hustlers? Now they will use the money to buy guns to crush your opposition and resistance. Boniface Munala anasema we only fear hot huji bwana, and maybe being mentioned by you, of course. Altrey anasema I'm actually exhausted. Listen, all this corruption, this will never end. Eric Mukua anasema we are gonna cry rivers and oceans for a very long time. Do we still have a country here? Firebrand wanasema as depressed as I am, this shit is so heartbreaking, man. Mwalimu Wanjala anasema we shall never recover from that song of tene na tene. Eti tuwoke ira tene. Remember the song? Iliimbwa Muranga. Listen, Africa wameposti hii kitu ya Apero, na Apero is the largest shareholder in the Safaricom consortium that has been awarded the contract for the technology-based system for the universal health coverage UHC as business links to Adani. Yeah. Tukiendelea, Karen Mwangi anasema until we all stand in solidarity and fight against corruption, this impunity will never end. My heart cries for my motherland. I also cry for my country, Kenya, because where are we heading? And let me tell you, ndio sababu jamaa, pesa imeingia, mikakati, he has laid the relevant strategies and the relevant bodies. He has men who he trust in those relevant position where those deals and tenders are being awarded. Ndio at the end of the day, yeye hata wailalamika. Yeye mutapiga kelele, muende Senate, muite, muulize maswali, mfanye investigation zenu zikweza ukweli, but at the end of the day, hamtawahi msikia akiwajibu, hamtawahi msikia akiongelea eti venye. Let me tell you, when Ruto came into power as the president of the Republic of Kenya, he promised that there will be no borrowing in his regime. Right now, Ruto in his first 2 years has borrowed more than Uhuru Kenyatta borrowed in his first term as the president of the Republic of Kenya. Unajua, they were pointing fingers. Walikuwa wanalaumu Uhuru sana. Gachagua was the whistleblower. Kinogeke. Yeye ndiye alikuwa pale mbele akipiga hiyo munu akisema sijui venye venye Uhuru aliomba pesa mingi wakafanya corruption wakaiba. Uhuru borrowing comparing to Ruto, bro. The debt that we are going to start paying in this country. You sit there and think that everything is normal. You sit there. Wewe fikiria tu kila kitu iko sawa. Wewe kwanza wewe uko majuu. Fikiria tu huko nyumbani kuko sawa, by the way. Fikiria. But when the time comes for you to come back home, you will have no country to come back to. Because, shall I remind you that Ruto alifly kutoka aseme yeye ata reduce cost yake ya kufly out of the country. Ukimuuliza anaenda kufanya nini US atakwambia ni nini. Ukimuuliza alikuwa anaenda kufanya nini Haiti, atakwambia alikuwa anaenda kufanya nini huko. Kwani yeye ndiye mwanajeshi alikuwa anaenda kupigana? See, the soldiers are there fighting. It's because he knows money has been pumped into the Haiti fight by the United States of America. Na Ruto wants to convince the US that anawasaidia kupigana vita za Haiti. Tunaelewana? That is what. Na ile pesa sijui 200 million US dollars ikikuja inafunikwa. 30 million US dollars ikiingia inapotelea tu. Watu masoja wanapigana huko wanakula pesa ya 1,100 per month. What is that? Those are coins comparing to the risk they are taking to be there. Tumalizia hapo. Subscribe.